Welcome everyone, this is Evelyn and I have my Metatron read for you today as well as the Twin Flame read. Some definite synchronicities between another video I watched were coming up for me, confirming some of the energies I've been getting. So I'll talk about that as well. We're going to roll the die. Let's go ahead and just take a few deep breaths first. Go ahead and take a deep breath. Another deep breath. And one more deep breath. Okay, so today's the 31st. The 31 is the Five of Wands, which is that energy of battle and fight and competition, but it's also about expansion, the waves, and that pursuit of happiness can be acting and fun games as well. So remember, there's always more than one perspective on every energy. The day adds up to 40 today, which is the Page of Cups, which is that pure, innocent love, that puppy love. And yeah, before I get into anything, I was just listening to Indigo Angel's July 22nd video, which was definitely like confirming a lot of stuff I was getting, but I wasn't sure exactly what it was relating to. And some of those things are, one of the things, I always call God Saggy, and she just said the central sun was Sagittarius A, the dark hole. Also, she said the Golden Gate that I was talking about yesterday, she was talking about the Golden Gate in Jerusalem, but also that the grid points were going to be moving for the planet. So there may be a movement from Jerusalem to the US, and then the Golden Gate Bridge in San Francisco may be one of those grid points. But also she was saying, I just watched July 22nd, the movie, and she was just talking about July 22 this year. And also Elena was talking about that when some kind of disclosure was going to come through. She was talking about literally the 3 days of light, where I just talked about Alaska in my message yesterday, the day before, where there was this constant light. So she was talking about those 3 days of light in July of 22, grounding in that clearing of the dark in the deepest places on the planet. So you can watch her video. It's a long video, so she brings up a lot of data and information, so it may trigger you a little bit, but I just wanted to bring through some of the main points that were coordinating with the information I've been getting. And so let me go ahead and roll the die. And also she brought up the Statue of Liberty, which I'm bringing that up all the time about my connection, where I saw the angels at the bottom of the Statue of Liberty connecting with the Pleiadian ship. And the dark energy around there in New York, of course, there's a lot of dark energy there, will get cleared. And she talks about the dove versus the swan grids, literally mapping them out. So if you're interested in all that, that's Indigo Angel. And this was her February 222 video. All right, so let's go ahead and roll the die for the Twin Flames today, the last day of March 2022. We have the sun. And again, she was confirming too, the three suns are the Earth's core, literally, our solar sun and then the central sun. And then we have the 8 here as well, which is Lionsgate energy. It is the 8 of strength, inner and outer, and manifestation of dreams. Also the dance between the masculine and the feminine, and of course the infinity symbol. And then we have Taurus here as well, which the North Node is in Taurus right now. So this is very strong energy. Both Leo and Taurus are fixed energies. And again, we have the sun, which is Leo as well. So very fixed in this energy today, but very balanced here too with the circles, right? We have two single circles and the double circle in the middle. She talks about the double diamond energy as well, which comes up in the Metatron deck that I use. That double diamond that mimics the Vesica Pisces, but in the diamond form. And then the drawing that I just did of the twin flames together, it kind of mimics that energy of the two Merkaba systems of the twins coming together in the central diamond. Was a very similar energy to the map she was drawing of the swan grid and the new dove grid, because right now the dove grid has been hijacked, which a lot of the grids are hijacked, but that she said that dove grid was going to be revamped, I guess, with the 3 days of light coming in July, but she wasn't positive that she was right about July, but that's what she was getting. So, okay, where's my pictures? I'm getting a lot of masculine energy coming through right now. So again, we have the, the indigo energy are the star seeds that break everything down. The crystals are the ones, the rebuilders. And she was talking about the crystal energies rebuilding. And magenta was just talking about the masculine energy being that indigo and the feminine energy being the crystal energy. But remember, you can be a feminine with more indigo energy and a masculine with more crystal energy. So the indigos break down, the crystals build, and then the rainbow children are the ones who just keep the energy really high vibe and loving, that pure, loving, childlike energy. I'm very hot right now. There's a lot of masculine energy coming through. So let's start with this Metatron read. So here's the Metatron deck read. And a lot of times when I start this Metatron read, I'll get like 2 pages of my read just from the first card and then I'll finish, but it was pretty balanced today. This is the bottom of the deck and the underlying energy with all 3 cards, but this is the bottom of the deck. And I start here going across with 12 cards and then 3 more here to 15. And usually I at least go to 21, but if I'm guided with more cards coming out, I'll pull them out here. And then if there's extra beyond that, I'll put them down there as an addendum, which we've been getting a lot of cards recently. So a lot of messages coming through. Okay, so this Metatron read was done at 12:44 to 45. That was today. The 44 is it's not the Atlas energy in the Tarot, but it is in the numerology deck, the Divine Triangle, which is based on the Pythagorean theorem. The 12 is the Hanging Man. The 44 is that 4 of Cups of grounding, integrating, and mastering, the receiving of love, and then going into the 45, which is the purge, basically. And then we have oh, that makes sense too. I wasn't even thinking of that before. The 44 I was talking about is the 3D, the lap dance, because like the 2 4s stacked on top of each other. And then the 5D is the 8 dance, which would make sense because in between would be the purgatory, which is 4D, which is 45, the purge. So then 46 becomes the 5D, which is the 2 inner children loving, hugging each other, that pure innocent love of the twin flame relationship. So that's the 44, 45, 46 energy. So the underlying energy here, the bottom of the deck was Akashic Records, number 12, seeing new perspectives, going to the library, so to speak. Remember, Akash is AKA, shh, keep quiet in the library. And then the first card out was Clarity, about doing, clearing with the white, that pure white diamond light, which also Indigo Angel was talking about the pure liquid white light. It's just really high vibe. That the Swan Grid is just really high vibe. We're going beyond the 12-strand DNA to the 24 to the 48 up to 22 chakra systems. So obviously not everyone's going to hit all those higher vibrations, but again, listen to her video if you're curious about that stuff. So we have the colors that came up here were red and orange. And again, use your own discernment. When I recommend something, that doesn't mean you have to agree with everything in the video or everything I say. And also you might watch a video where you may feel some negative energies coming up from the other people who are watching the video, which I did watch a video of hers before, which triggered me. Some really negative energies were coming up. So I was kind of staying away for a bit, but today it felt fine. So it may have to do with people wanting to take down their energy as well. So we have the red and orange came up here, as well as the green, and then pink, lilac, and silver, and the blue, the throat chakra. So we have the red and orange, but not the yellow. So the yellow didn't come up here, which is the solar plexus. We have the heart and the throat, but not the indigo. Okay, so the solar plexus and indigo here, which may be the focus today, because then we had the lilac and the silver coming up, but not the gold. But the gold's been coming up past couple days. And as soon as the 7th card came up, which was the signs card, which is number 50, I was getting, again, signs everywhere with signs. So really pay attention to your signs and synchronicities. And the 50 is all about emotional fulfillment, right? Because it fills you up when you're in that high vibration. It keeps you in that high vibration as well. And so I started processing at 12:55, which is the Hanging Man and the Truth, the Ace of Swords, Excalibur. The underlying energy being the Water card, number 7. And by the way, we had 3 elements today. The only element that didn't come up was fire. Okay, so we had earth, water, and air came up. So the first underlying energy card was water, number 7, which is the Chariot. And also the 7 is the key of the Divine Feminine, is the Chariot within the masculine ascending. The diamond light through the water, the crystals, right? So the water is crystals. So there's the sunlight coming through, cracking through the crystals of water, creating those rainbows of leaps and bounds. The icosahedron was coming up in the water card again, which icosa is I matter, and the hedra is the IV honoring of oneself. So the continuous honoring of oneself, that you matter. Also, the hedron or hedra is very closely related, the word, to Hydra, which also is coming up in Indigo Angels video, and I've also been told that that's my planetary origin, is Hydra. And I've done that drawing of Hydra that I've posted for you guys. It is the 2 horseshoes coming together, like holding hands. The 20 faces of judgment come up here, or triangular wake-up call in sonar waves of grain. And grain was coming up as gray in, or angel call in ultrasound. And that's funny because I've just watched Indigo Angel. So the angel call in ultrasound in gray matter. You know, when you get ultrasound pictures too, they're in gray, they're not black and white. With the angel's help, one step at a time, conquering fear, climbing that mountain. The Divine Feminine and Divine Masculine to Akashic Records to record, remember the chord between you, to record in the quiet time out, being wise, but wish came up here, being your wish or being wise with new perspectives. And then at 102, it was interesting too, the card evolution that came up is number 40, and today adds up to 40, so there was a sync right there, which is the Page of Cups energy, and the evolution of the heart. And also syncing was the 50. The 50 from the signs card of your signs and synchronicities was at the time of 1250, which is that emotional fulfillment. So at 102 is also syncing. There's 2 places 1 and 2 came up. Where else did I write it? It might be further down. Yeah, it was further down in the read, and I'll bring it up when it comes. But the first card out was the showering in the diamond light. That white, she calls it double diamond liquid light. It's very, really high vibrational white light. It's like it's the combination of all the different kinds of white light that you may have heard about. So showering in that diamond light for clarity on the shadow coming up. Go within as the sun clears the decks. And this was that energy of the 3 days of no dark at all. It's like, I have to show you that card too. It always it's like, in the shadow of death where there's no shadow at all. It's all light, like being in Phoenix, it's all light because you're all in the desert. And she talked about the Grand Canyon too. Again, clearing all the decks of shadow, all the dark going away. And that's what's been coming up for me every time I look at that card, right? Because there's no darkness in the shadow of death. So the sun clears the decks each new dawn of high vibe welcome mat, which came up yesterday. The mat coming up as a path long mat, or God's, Terra's, Mother Earth's red carpet, the welcome mat. As the Kundalini rises in the wounded warrior, untapped energy up. And then also today, I'd watched Simon on BitChute. He had Carolyn Mansfield. She's a naturopath, which if you watch me, the naturopath came up in the reads the past couple days. It was at least twice the naturopath came up. So it was Carolyn Mansfield who came up. She's a root wellness doctor. And she was plugging the kind of zeolite that she's working with. And she was also showing slides of people after getting their you-know-what and how it changes the cells, and then how the zeolite changes the cells for detoxing. So you can check that out as well. So they're plugging the different products. One was Restore, which I have tried before. That's the gut one. The zeolite one is Clean Slate, and then the one for brain focus is called Zero In. If you want to check that out, you can as well. So healthy organic food, being careful around grains, because remember they talk about the husk of grains, of whole grains, are not good for you because they contain the spiky type molecules that rip holes in your stomach that caused leaky gut syndrome, along with things like tomatoes, etc. But again, olive oil is very helpful with that kind of thing and helping to repair that stuff, as well as avocado, artichoke. Again, more bitter, more better is the way he plugs it. I'm blanking out on his name right now, but he's the pediatric heart surgeon who's selling, different kind of vitamins as well. But my dad used to say the same thing when we were growing up. He's a physician. So he always used to say, the darker green lettuce were always more healthy for you, more vitamins. So more dark, more bitter, more better. So synchronicities and options. Serenade your food. Again, bless your food. Become one with your food to raise the vibration of any, if you're still drinking milk or eating animal products, to, help transmute that energy. Alchemize that energy to bring it to a higher vibration before you actually ingest it, being more careful about what you put in your body. So 113 is the Magician, and the 13 of Transition, of the Death card. Serenade your food, and then again, then you have Mother Earth, Terra Gaia, for grounding support in the purple moon or 0-point field with qubits, or that superposition of two states of consciousness at the same time, icing the fields. Remember, we still have that cold weather of the energy being redirected to clear the fields above us, or putting down ice where you don't want something to grow. And then dry ice was coming up. So I don't know if you've ever heard anything about that, but dry ice was coming up. So the truth of the shaman roots, of safety, strength, and power, and peace pipes, and toilet paper. And then I sneezed right there, 120, which is that same 1-2 energy, where I put out the first card, which is the Magician and the High Priestess. And also the water, the clean water here. Also the water too clean, like, a shaman or a native Indian would use, natural water from the streams to clean themselves or clean their clothes or things like that, or going to the bathroom. So the birds leaving signs of love for family and emotional wellness and fulfillment. Perched, the birds perch, but they also fly free, or they move, right? They exercise in the diamond light. That's the only exercise a baby gets, is crying. That's why it's important to let them cry. To breathe in transitions, just as birds perch and fly at 1, 2, 3 jump. The Queen of Wands is being guided here to stretch and lunge, to release extra pent-up energy, to connect and attune to your orangutan side, which orangutan literally means forest man or veggie man or she-man or shaman, kundalini side. The High Priestess, Divine Feminine, review and time out in the purple moon, where dark meets light reflection of the sun, right? Because the moon is a reflection of the sun. Day and night receive light for the shadow pack stores at night, the chaos of birth and death, and the road between from the forest sacral gate to the star golden gate, from human to superhuman, with superposition of two states, the qubits, the bits and pieces of both yous, the masculine and the feminine, human and extra-dimensional journey, right? So masculine and feminine side to side, human and ED are up and down. The Knight of Wands with passion to get moving, a fire inside with self-love, spiritual love, and new love of the weeping willows, then in compassion reaching out to each other with pink compassion, softening the glow of the Knight of Wands 25 to the Page of Wands 26, with the 52 then reflecting the Knight of Wands 25, Queen of Swords, as Big Bird, with rainbow connections and golden wings, understanding of the source path at 131 of the Magician in the chaos of life. The healing emerald heart as the Knight of Cups, inner children, 46, authentic self, who are you today? The key to your lock, what is that today? Hermit, take action where movement is needed. And then Madonna, which Madonna also means milady, or it also means husband and wife, holds space as that 29/11, being present in the moment with your gifts and alignment. Milady and gifts of the castle in a cloud and the purple moon. The union or 1/1 or Oni of higher realms and magic of the Page of Swords' message. Atlas stands strong grounding, integrating, and mastering, receiving waves of love and emotion, shine on, immovable mountain, while the King of Cups detach from drama and look up. Sunrise, sunset, swiftly go the years. At 136, the magician and atlas of the weight of the world. Sit in the grass, hold your head in your hands, and feel the moment and what comes to you now, as the silver warrior of light finds the problem or wound, pulling the thorn out of the side, or just accepting it as it finds its own way out, slowly but surely. The wounds and lies and things left behind always make their way to the surface eventually to make their presence known. At 139, which is the magician and the Knight of Cups. So the underlying energy, I matter, continuing to honor of self with water, dolphin sounds, and sunlight, learning to walk before running, and learning to go to the library before interneting. So again, going to your Akashic record and your meditation before interneting, right, to make sure you clear yourself as well and protect yourself. The shadow or shower in the light energy, fresh food and birds and the purple moon and the castle in a cloud. And then the sun phased array naturally with qubits in flight, farming, shipping and receiving, and storage of light, energy, and water. Released the Kundalini red root energy, gifting it in meditation to source, as well as in exercise and travel. From here, there, and everywhere, sit in rising and setting suns, with a passion to find the missing link, to decode, to heal the wound, and let go. So that was the message from the Metatron read today. I also have a message of the day for you here today. I think I have the picture on here. Yep, I do. I think there was an important message on here, so I do want to bring it to you here. Okay, message of the day. Okay, there's my 4-deck read with the Animal Spirit deck, the LENORMAND REVERIE, the GILDED, and the KIPPER deck. Okay, underlying energies here, and then 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, and then I have another section. Is that upside down? Yes. Okay. And then there was this last one big section I used as well. Okay. All right, so the message of the day, this was done at 2:42 to 2:49 as I laid all the cards out. The underlying energy was the oyster, the power lady, the 5 of swords, and the coffin. Clammed up with their feelers out, the power lady with the truth triumphing over the field, or in a fight to the death, while another fights the truth, defending themselves to the death, or until the case is closed, or death, end, or dark night is exposed. The gazelle sent the eagle to trigger the dear one, to consult the wise owl about the rabbit's fears and anxieties, of the fox and the wolf, or perhaps the 2 dogs in general, and speaking the truth of 0 point, and the swans reflecting infection, as the octopus mainframe or brain is buzzing with activity, with departments or long arms acting independently from them, as the beaver works hard and gives a damn, and the oyster hides with their airs up on end. Their hairs, they could be putting on airs as well, with their hairs up on end, or sonar waves, developing a pearl, or a pearl harborer, hoarding the good thing they got. At 2:58, the High Priestess and the 4 of Swords, of connecting in the 5D. Sunshine chaos, which is that chaos of energy coming in. The Ace of Pentacles, new life in the spring, sharing the High Priestess with clover and good luck, and the King of Wands with pests or rugrats, or a big mess to clean up, or perhaps a parent or kids hoarding with food left out to rot, and the King of Wands with the Page of Wands cracking codes or hitting the books, with the Queen of Cups crossing rickety bridges to the power lady with gifts and the truth, and the Page of Pentacles upright with an announcement, or a call to the Page of Cups reversed to start over in love. No longer bored, being patient, angel or higher love, overworked Emperor reversed, or not working out between Sag upright and Aries reversed. With the Page of Swords upright, message of war, feeling entitled to it, an unexpected income or incoming person inspiring to abundant marriage in judgmental gated community or a big house, with message or breaking the sealed records or the vehicle to get in, or intercepted someone's mail to see what it said, with lady in waiting perhaps at 28, or the 28 of the twin flames or the choice of path, or needing to make a decision with main male number 1 and mature man number 5, or the magician and the Hierophant. Driven or worldly man, and wealthy man a third one in transition, or that may be a lawyer or financial advisor about a death, a will, or cold case files exposed, perhaps being contested. So the first section here is the Black Panther, dancing as Jekyll and Hyde at 308. I know it's usually Jekyll and Hyde, but it's Jekyll and Hyde in this deck. 308 is the Empress and the Strength card. Doctor and patient, or mortician, and Morticia came up instead here today. So the energy of even Morticia being a kind, loving person, right? Doctor and patient, mortician and mummy, or Morticia and mummy, implementing a plan for the High Priestess main female, as the crow stands guard at the 3D gate, with child in transition and free to be burdened by flights of fancy, distant horizons, or learning to ground their responsibilities, or a ship in the clouds, but may not be coming in or coming down, right? So a child learning how to go out on their own. It's not that simple, right? So the snake, collective awakening here to dreams of the nesting the golden egg, as or with the King of Pentacles, with bad health or in the healthcare industry, taking care of others, with lots of chaos and change. At 313, which is the Empress and the Death or Transition card, the bad guy, the golden child, and the savior. The perp, the victim, and the savior, all in one. Or work, kids, and being one with parents and the home life. Implementing a plan to be free to retire, or free from caring for parents or taking care of their messes, instead of them doing it. With Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius, Aries upright, and Pisces 2, the second section here is the camel, the moth, and the butterfly. Perhaps independent but blue camel is watching group number 1, him with collective, being with the collective and not them. The camel with moth and butterfly, perhaps seeking attention from man number 1. The camel feeling vulnerable, unstable, or in despair, or with child, or with multiple faces of vulnerability, ungrounded on the journey of the pair. The moth to the flame, an energetic exchange with new information about aligning with truth and hitting the jackpot. The butterfly is still learning to fly, with the Hierophant family with issues at work, and the Emperor's courtship, or transforming the family with third party through work that Emperor's courting. Unstable or moving, visiting or homecoming, with clarity about work issues here, and the journey of despair to align with stability in a relationship, with Pisces, Taurus, Libra, and Aries here. The third section is the cheetah, the dragon, the otter, and the lion. Now the cheetah here is ready to pounce on group number 2, or hypnotized, or hypnotizing, look into my eyes, or the dragon is watching at the otter for the lion who's deep in thought, relaxing, and the cheetah's on the journey at night, or romance mid-cycle, or Cancer starting over, catching high vibe train, or traveling, or getting impatient waiting for butterfly to be ready. The Dragon, King of Cups, with time as an abstract here, and the Magician reverse manipulating it, with a message of concern to or from patient, angel, or Sagittarius or Capricorn. The cheetah is definitely a fiery sign, or Libra with fire, and the dragon could be a King of Cups Cancer, or Sagittarius with Gemini or Virgo in their chart. The otter is curious, with wise group of birds, left for dead in pain or betrayal by shadow lover, Capricorn, or Gemini, the otter Pisces perhaps. The lion may be grounding, integrating, and mastering at the Y in the road, love, or at the gym, and inspecting or examining, taking a closer look, at night with romance, or Cancer, King of Wands, at the courthouse, or filing papers or taxes. The Lion could be King of Wands Leo, and the Cheetah Libra Sag, and the Dryan, the combination of the Dryan and Lion and Dragon, the Dragon King of Cups Cancer, or insecure with message of concern. The fourth section here is the Mouse, the Elephant, the Phoenix, and the Hummingbird, the Bear, and the Tiger. The Mouse is nervous with wise counsel coming out impoverished, or the Hermit reversed losing it and left the house. Or the Old Man came out and the Pisces or King of Cups left the house. Now Elephant is on a magic adventure or delivery or deliverance to prison anxiety about gifting the dream to them. And this was at 3:33. There may be a parent here deciding whether they want to gift their children or not. At 3:35, Elephant or Ellie is clearing the way for the Mouse to be free and clear, to get them out of prison or bail them out of something else. The Phoenix is rising to a choice of path on the journey, perhaps ×2, with the 3D and the 5D, imprisoned by gift or their gifts with Mouse. Or that this gift will lock them in with them, so that they're not sure if they want that. Where the Mouse can then come and go, but the Elephant will stay put or take the rap for them. That was actually the Hummingbird, but now I'm going home, literally. So whispering in the Phoenix's ear, and this could literally be in some cases where a parent takes the rap for a child who has to go to jail, and the parent says it was their fault, so they go to jail. So the Hummingbird may be whispering in the Phoenix's ear with a letter, note, or document or song to inspire while in a twist of fate or bad timing as the man suddenly with thoughts of a woman. The Bear in a public meet, perhaps with the Tiger at the park, with sudden concerns of martyrdom, as the Tiger stalks and sees a breakthrough with lover or family and traveling to peace at night, or with Cancer, Queen of Cups, working really hard, or working in a factory or assembly line work, or a filing clerk perhaps. But the Mouse and the Elephant are imprisoned or anxious, with the Phoenix whispering in their ear, but I came up here too, whispering in their eye, as the Bear gets out of the deal with the Tiger, because they regretted going into it. They weren't sure they really wanted to get stuck into this. The Bear gets out of the deal with the Tiger, leaving them to their own devices at 3:44, that they can do it on their own. They should be doing it on their own. So then wise counsel prior to magic delivery, or journey inspired by a wake-up call, and breaking through of sunshine, or as spring commences here. With the Hermit reversed anxious about their decision, in a slowdown or time crunch, and sudden events giving them peace at night, the King of Cups is feeling left out, or left home to receive gift of imprisonment in order to find sudden thoughts of a woman with sudden need to stand up for themselves and not martyr themselves when another should work out their own issues to grow and that they don't need to do it. Or thinking about gifting their children, but unsure if it's the best thing for them at the time, at 3:49, which is the Empress and the Get Your Wish card of the 9 of Cups. The fifth section here is the Dragonfly, the Nightingale, Bird, and the Crocodile. The fluttering of the mind and the sweet baby's breath, with the crocodile laying in wait for just the right time. The dragonfly is complete with mountain to climb, but unhappy family or the end to an emotional cycle, with judication of house or marriage. The songbird is pulling up anchor to have fun with friends, or go for the gold with the Page of Wands, great fortune, or the golden child here. The crocodile, Queen of Wands, with eyes on romantic pup, or the moon child, Knight of Cups, with the community, and the Queen of Wands with Page of Cups reflecting Atlas burden or hard work on the wounded warrior's journey lined with transformation, or child leaving to be crocodile, or in other words, toughen up their skin. Pisces, Sag, and Cancer here, or the Queen of Wands with 2 kids, or Innocence, Page of Cups, and Knight of Cups. I'm also getting that same energy again of a Queen of Wands who's in love with an underage boy. And it could be a friend of their children, because I'm getting the Page of Wands here too. There's the Page of Cups, Page of Cups, Page of Cups, Knight of Cups, but there's a Page of Wands here too. And she keeps coming up with like flirting with an underage boy, or at least somebody who's very young. But I'm getting it's inappropriate, which would make them underage. So ending an emotional cycle and small celebration with the Queen of Wands breaking their back for them, or their partner is slaving away for them, the Queen of Wands, in court over home or union, battling for the money or for the golden child, leaving the other child feeling less than. Pisces could be the Page of Wands with fire in their chart, And the Knight of Cups is likely Cancer, but could be a Scorpio as well. Or there could be 3 energies of children here, or pets as well. But on the Wounded Warrior's path, not the Fool's Journey here. At 413 is the Emperor and the 13 of that transition or death, with the 6th section here being the polar bear, the snake, the compass, the fox, the scythe, the loving man, and the loving woman, and the power man, the house and the gifts. So there's a pushy wife, sister, or mother here who's cold. The poison snake pushing their agenda to infiltrate the Two of Cups relationship's direction. But the fox isn't putting up with that, and he's leaving the hen house, cutting them out for the loving man and loving woman, and the power man with house and gifts, and that could be children with a father as well. Or maybe the third person is a gardener to work on the house or yard, or Aries and Virgo for special garden here. The shadow bear is in disconnector at the distance, thinking that the Knight of Wands would be honoring them, or should be, but I think they're actually firing cannonballs at them instead of honoring them. The poison snake and apples here, and energy vampiring of this dark mother energy with mature woman or mother. Again, it could be a sister or a wife, or an aunt or anyone else, but it's an older type woman. But it's that dark mother energy with the Two of Cups direction, with dreams of an empty family room, or perhaps wanting a mother to not live with them anymore, or finally getting people out of the house who are always hanging out there. Or maybe leaving their parents' house as well. The fox leaving as the King of Swords is hermiting changes in a good way, making cuts, perhaps cutting family members out, cutting her out, perhaps found an escape hatch to get back to themselves, and romantic little girl or inner child here. The loving man unable to sleep or rising above, awakening to wise privileged lady and finding a way back into the king. She's finding a way back into the King of Swords' dreams. The loving lady is dissatisfied with the Queen of Wands thief, or is the Queen of Wands who's never satisfied and thinking about the power man offering her to partner with him to tango as the quote-unquote power couple, or the mass ball, or literally a couple of scammers, and he is much younger than her or underage, but he's actually the worse influence than she. He may be stable, but in a split, or lies as an official person or a politician, or home and divide, about to embark on the Fool's Journey. With the Hermit, flowers, gifts, and sister or suffering in silence, an energetic exchange of occupation, or occupied with energetic exchange with an official person, or there could be 2 sets of grown children here, right? And that would make sense if 2 previously married people are coming together. There's 2 sets of grown children here. They may consist of, one may be a loving man and the privileged lady, and the other one might be a loving female and a problem child sister. And the power couple coming together, where he with the house or is stable, like my pin, and she's officially on the Fool's Journey, needing clarity or truth before she gives up any of her time, her heart, or her gifts. And that's at 4:30, which is the Emperor and the union of the home. So there's disconnect or distance or draining with the Aquarius King of Swords, or dreams of, or as the King of Swords is being woken or rising and dissatisfied and offering a new life, and or offering to split, divide, or break up, or cutting out a sister here perhaps at 4:34. The Emperor and the energetic exchange, or arrows of love. So that is the message of the day. So now we go back to the read on the table, which is the Twin Flame General read here for you guys. And that is here. This is the main read here with the SIRIAN Starseed deck. Okay, and then here's the full read with 7 decks. Okay, so this one was done at 9:49 last night. The 9 is the Hermit, the 49 is the 9 of Cups, the Get Your Wish card. And then at 10:05, which is the Destiny card, and the 5 of the Hierophant, or Freedom, Change, and Expansion, E crystals was coming up, which can reference, energy, and then crystals of being Christ-like, or cry stalls, or purging. A lot of energy going into purging, or releasing energy. And then Y stalls also came up. So Y there are stalls going on because there needs to be more purging still. Or the why is the why in the road, needing to meditate more and come to the 0 point field. So stalling to spend more time meditating or practicing perhaps. And then at 10:24 is when I finish clarifying, which is the 10 of the Wheel of Fortune, the 24 of the Queen of Wands, which also Omega, which then references Hydra, which is like the two horseshoes being linked together. And then the number that comes up on the code line is 8, which again is the inner and outer strength, the dance between the masculine and feminine, and the manifestation of dreams, as opposed to the 4, which manifests survival. The major arcana, justice, abundance, and the hanging man. And abundance is the Empress in this deck. After the read, transition or the death card came up with the Chariot. Then 2 swords, 4 pentacles, 1 cup, and 1 wand. So there again is the 24 and the 11 of the 24 of the Queen of Wands and 11 of Justice. And then we have the Queen of Wands in the read, the Queen of Pentacles, and the King of Pentacles. So we have a couple there, or siblings, or 2 earth people. And then after the read is the Page of Cups and the Knight of Cups, with the 9 of Wands in there too, the Wounded Warrior. We have double 11s, 3s, and 8s. So 11 of Justice again, the 33 of the Christ Vibration, the 7 of Wands, standing up for oneself, and the 88 of the Dance of the Masculine and the Feminine, both now balanced and dancing within their masculine and feminine side to side. And then again, the vertical pillar is the 3D to the 5D energy of your shaman energy and your extra dimensional energy. And then we have number 10 being significant here of that high vibration to keep that vibe high. We also have 13 of the Death card, 12 of the Hangman, 23 of the King of Wands, 35 of the Wounded Warrior, 57 of the 3 of Swords, 78 the 10 of Pentacles, the end of the deck, the Dream Family, 89 of the Phi energy, expanding and contracting, or just staying in the middle, reflecting, and 9, 10, begin again. We also have 38 in there as well, the Queen of Cups. The code line today had no numerology card attached to it, so the code line was just about the number 8, which again is the dance and strength and dreams. And the messages were here as follows, according to what the code line said. An egg or a key or perhaps cooking an egg by a timer, making sure it's being wise and using organics, divvying up the 8 of Pentacles before meals, and mastering of the JC energy, which is that unity consciousness. And also to split, not to split, but to spit, being key. There could be a wise card shark here, and you could reference me as being a card shark, I suppose, so anyone who reads cards. But it's to spit is being key here, the wise card shark. There could be an eldest who is a gambler here, who may be showing off or skimming off the top in dividing up or dance of purging in air conditioning or alternating currents in mastering unity consciousness or mastering of JC. Paying overtime, wise firstborn, divvying up, working to align with alternating currents with mastering of JC or that unity consciousness. So JC could mean something else for you. An old woman, wife, mother, or girl, perhaps age 8 or doing the dance, perhaps clearing headaches, or the Happiness Hotel by the river, divinely guided to work out or get their ducks in a row in alternating currents with the mastering of JC, and that can be the Easter energies of now as well. And then an island in a river with excellent food, the wise queen who's clear at the Happiness Hotel, divvying up the work and before meals, mastering of unity consciousness, or in other words, melding with your food or doing prayers before food. Okay, and that's when the July 22nd movie came up last night. And then I heard her talk about July 22 again today, so there's definitely sync there. There's definitely something happened in July. I was getting May as well. And we definitely got upgrades this in March, for sure. That was the big thing for March. So something else is happening in May, and then July, we could be getting 3 days of straight light to clear the decks, so to speak. But significant too, because Elena said we could get the first moments of reaching out for contact. At 10:59 here, Actually, it was 54 to 55, not 59. So that's the Page of Swords to the Ace of Swords, and that Destiny card of the 10. The underlying energy was the Five of Swords at the bottom of the deck. And below that, for those of you not familiar with my read, right, so this is the bottom of the deck card right here with the little cards on top. So we have below that Five of Swords is the Ace of Cups reversed, the Two of Swords reversed, the Seven of Swords reversed, the Eight of Cups reversed, and then the Three of Wands on top, just below the Five of Swords upright. So dumped, purging, pushed to the emotional limit, with new information or idea, or to come clean, get clean, or clean up the act or space. Uncomfortable emotions, feelings at present, juggling, stretching, or grounding at war within. In need of excitement, frustrated, having to present the truth as a wake-up call to those with dreams, or major Aquarius here, or large groups. Speeches about dreams and think tanks about growing up to the inequity or finding emotional fulfillment and the ultimate happiness here. So a lot of Aquarius came up. And that July 22nd movie, I'd watched it a couple years ago, but it's about when all the elite's children were coming together at this camp, you know, and how on multiculturalism, on how cultures can get along with each other. And the prime minister came to talk to them, and right after he left, there was a crazy man came onto the island and all that kind of stuff. But it was very paralleling with that Aquarius energy of, large groups and how can we all get along, and the energy of taking responsibility, each of us taking responsibility for ourselves and our own happiness. Definitely were coming up in the movie. So presently receiving the truth from a hostage, prisoner, or POW, or anxious about defending oneself with a lot of going on back and forth, but in a negative way under the radar, or hiding out of line of fire with man with a weapon, or defending their position, or finding them clinging to the rocks over the cliff, or hiding from the bad guy, or playing hide and seek, or you're in enemy territory, no longer to be put aside, irate that their concerns don't matter, or somebody fell off the wagon, or perhaps we're hunting, or on an island, or there's just nowhere left to hide. We're coming together to have fun, seeing synchronicities, or those with lots of options, dreaming of what they could be, with the Emperor reversed coming to hang out with them or offer new perspectives. With the sleight of hand, or perhaps not the man they thought he was, with slippery boots or diabetic feet, or amputee, or tied up, or a control freak with a wise one. Letting go of control issues with codependencies, but again, there's a lot of Aquarius energy coming up right here, and then Aries reversed and Capricorn upright. Perhaps attacked or strong-armed tactics, or hiding under a bushel, the beauty queen destined to be seen, and at 11:49 is Justice again, and the 49 of the Get Your Wish card, which is what came up in the beginning of the read. So we have the Queen of Wands reversed with the King of Wands upright and the Five of Swords. So there could be a war. That could be the War of the Roses as well. We have Leo upright and Libra upright flirting with danger here. And the Queen of Wands reversed thinking they're untouchable. The King of Wands showing affection as the man and the woman at war, she showing her muscle and he laughing at that. Those in boots now taking them off, or really important here is time out with the 37 and the King of Cups of unconditional love, and below that communication of the 3 of the Empress, or Mother Gaia here. And communication, that could be communing with nature as well. So the King of Wands is reversed, standing up for himself, and his partner or connection making an announcement or wake-up call. With the 9 of Pentacles reversed dependent or powerlessness and frustrated or unable to understand, the Queen of Cups is upright here, or an explosion, a mess, abuse, or lack of arousal or humor, and in need of inspiration. Aquarius upright here. Perhaps receiving a kind visitor, as the Queen of Cups, stretching and growing to help in war, or the Frog stretching to Prince, becoming more than they were before. Juggling 3 with 2 for later, and the Queen of Cups unable to understand this war, their position and handing out, trying to see a new perspective, the war between the sexes, or the muscling a time out in order to review, in pursuit or battling the fall guy to let go and fix, repair, or make amends at 1241, the hanging man, and self-love, spiritual love, new love, perhaps. So, with an eye on the prize here, and in need of sun and energy, feeling imprisoned, and the Emperor reversed and the Hermit reversed, or Aries or Virgo reversed, perhaps grieving to find peace, with a breakdown destined, the Knight of Swords in need of sun or fun or joy, but the world's upside down in a wake-up call, with the Queen of Swords speaking her truth, with Leo and Pisces reversed and Aquarius upright coming together here. In the recent past at 1256, the Hanging Man and the Two of Swords being in their knowing and keeping their energy clear, or pretending not to know so they don't have to deal with it. The recent past is the Queen of Cups upright, with the Knight of Wands reversed, the Lovers reversed, and the Nine of Pentacles reversed, in need of affection, or one physically hurt and another powerless, or no love loss here between the player and the dependent. The Knight of Cups offering love to hard-working Knight of Pentacles, who's connecting under the radar to turn their back on the enemy. The injustice of bleeding out and co-creating and being strong, the dropping of the ball, the act, the breaking of patterns, and the foundation of abundance reversed, or lack thereof, and the Hierophant, marriage, religion, or establishment, or Taurus with the worst now over, of betrayal, or having been pushed to their emotional limit, perhaps near-death experience, or dead tired, or the never-ending story, with the Page of Swords reversed and the King of Cups reversed, or lying and spying and rumors, and conditions of love, of emotional detachment, depression, or alcoholism, and centrally here, the injustice of radiation or overexposure at 136, the Magician, and the Atlas energy of the weight of the world, and needing sun and fun and vacation or breaking patterns, or too weak to continue juggling, and suddenly falling, unstable, breaking up, and or moving. With the Queen of Cups times 2 perhaps here, it could be 2 Queen of Cups, at war with the Empress reversed and Justice reversed, or Taurus and Libra both reversed, and challenged by the Eight of Pentacles work, the creativity, the alignment, the specialty, conflicted by an offer, or fighting for more money, or for a new life. As the King of Wands Leo, or is strong, with the Page of Wands reversed, and the Empress reversed, or sharing custody of a pet. Coming clean or cleaning up to start over, uncomfortable detoxing chaos, or secret passion, or needing integrity with the Page of Pentacles reversed, no longer hurting themselves to be perfect, and the Queen of Pentacles reversed with Capricorn in their chart, or detoxing frustration or abuse. No surprise they had a breakdown, or two both split, or to the left or female had to split, and the Page of Wands reversed with a choice to make, dumping two lovers or frustrated twin flame without affection, and the wounded warrior losing patience. Perhaps dumped or losing their temper, or a fallen angel with the Empress reversed, and detox or devil is reversed too, with Saggy, Taurus, and Capricorn all reversed, no angel, no Empress, and the devil out of control, perhaps escaped their chains. And now is the Ten of Wands upright, with Atlas leaving the wounded warrior behind, and the sister are suffering in silence with the Queen of Pentacles reversed, the lovers in 5D, and connecting and receiving a big offer from the Queen of Cups, and or the Queen of Swords, or two Queen of Cupses, and the Queen of Pentacles reversed, and the Queen of Swords upright, with Libra and Gemini upright, and Capricorn reversed, perhaps Pisces or Cancer in their chart. And then the Atlas burden at 151 of the Magician and the King of Swords, with flame in hand, dumped and pushed to the limit, or overwhelmed with big love at work, falling out in the past and grieving loss or regret, broken in secret passion or lack of integrity, or Cancer and Pisces both reversed, recovering from the full moon, or Cancer, or Empress reversed, caught in the woods. The King of Swords reversed is present, with the Queen of Cups and the King of Swords reversed, receiving news or delivery from the Queen of Cups, who's offering their time, money, and energy. Two, the Page of Pentacles reversed, and the Page of Cups, who's upright, unable to express their emotions, though, and present to romantic tie or magician and hostage, or assistant, could be the hostage, could be the magician's assistant, tied up, in an escape trick to make them disappear. Soon here is the Ace of Swords, the truth of the King of Pentacles with dysfunctional family, the Empress reversed and the Page of Wands reversed, working on their craft, with the Hermit number 1 going crazy, hiding or coming out or standing up for themselves, as the star or as the bird takes off for the stars, the Sister or suffering in silence or stressed out with the workplace, and the Twin Flames as the Queen of Pentacles reversed, the wounded warrior on guard, reaping rewards of injustice, an incomplete world, as Libra reversed and Pisces reversed, or Divine Feminine in 5D with the Queen of Pentacles reversed in their space. True love comes up here, and wedding, that the situation involves marriage, with attraction, trust, and yes, it is safe for you to love. Around the twins are how they're seen as the hanging man upright, with the weight of the world, slaving for the man, or to find themselves satisfied, as the Knight of Swords is rushing in, offering a choice, but seen as just another wand on top of 10 they already have, and the block being the King of Pentacles, fallen angel, in a heated exchange with the Queen of Wands reversed, or trying not to feel those two having angry sex together. Knowing and keeping energy clear with new information about a negative past, or detoxing chaos, addiction, and codependency, with the Empress reversed and Sagittarius reversed, or losing their patience. With Hermit reversed, done missing their flame, and healing in three-way situation, with really significantly music, a green environment at 207 came up again. This came up the other day twice in a row. And then love, partnership, significant, and abundance, which also can be the Empress. With a big love at work that's perhaps taking forever to heal with the Page of Cups upright, or a message of love at work, healing, and rising above with clarity, and the Page of Cups perhaps with Scorpio in their chart, stuck with the wounded warrior, and the Knight of Cups finding peace, or perhaps on travels. Perhaps finding peace or traveling with the Page of Cups and the Knight of Cups, or Scorpio and Cancer reversed, or Sagittarius reversed, and healing their mother perhaps, or missing them at 211, the High Priestess and Justice or alignment. The war within of the frog becoming the prince, and the Empress reversed and the Queen of Pentacles reversed, which can be mother and daughter, hanging out or hung out to dry, or Taurus reversed and Capricorn upright, or Pisces. And the Queen of Cups here in Justice, challenged by working to present to the King of Pentacles, Atlas workplace, needing transformation with the Page of Cups stuck with the wounded Knight of Cups. Warning the Queen of Cups. There's two Queen of Cups here at 214, which is Valentine's Day, which can represent twins, or just two water signs here. We have Taurus and Empress both reversed here, and then Justice or Libra reversed, challenged by work, crystals, or alignment of Atlas. The burden, the weight, the labor, and the working out, with the Queen of Pentacles reversed and the whole truth, seeking new perspectives of the King of Pentacles' workplace, burdens that never end with the Page of Cups, and no vehicle with the wounded warrior, Knight of Cups, or perhaps a disabled veteran here. So again, the issues of family life at 215 and 217, which is the High Priestess and the Devil, and then the Star as well. So let's just do a few quick cards here since it's gone pretty long today. Oh, it's not bad. It's only an hour. 58:21. So from the energy deck, we'll do here. One more. So from the energy deck, what is our message here? What's the takeaway from this read? Okay, that came right up. Magician in the Mirror, 53, which is the Knight of Swords. Okay, so that's the Knight of Swords is the messenger of truth. It could be the knight in shining armor. It can be the one being woken up in the middle of the night. This could be somebody doing call as well, or just saying, what did I do, right? This could be like the Emperor getting woken up at 3 o'clock in the morning. Maybe he's getting woken up by his guidance because he's getting messages to wake up to what he values, so he's ready. And 31 is also that 5 of a group, or perhaps sports teams, or a group at work, or the chaos of life in general, and trying to figure out what's important to him so he knows which way to turn. And then we have the Angel of Strength. Okay. And this, again, this is the 50 of emotional fulfillment. So this is coming up as a very positive energy. I'm trying to remember if the 10 of Cups was upright or reversed. I think it was reversed in the read, actually, though. So I'm not sure if this is coming up as the Dark Mother energy or as this actually empowered energy here that it looks like. But we have this, too, which is the Daughter energy. So this is coming up as kind of like him saying, what did I do? This being that pushy mother energy, because this is actually reversed energy. And then the Innocent over here, that Page of Cups. And again, the need to take a step back and see the bigger picture. And this is about, needing to get clear on what's important to him, so he knows what to do with her and this one. And this could be, too, taking advantage of him, his good graces. Maybe they need to do things on their own, because remember, she's in a reversed energy. That 9 of Cups was, too. I think the 9 of Cups was upright. So this could be that Page of Cups type, sweet energy here. And that could be a child, though, who's anxiety as well, because if this is a Dark Mother energy, they're very controlling. And them trying to control, and this could be a mother, a wife, a sister, who's trying to control what the Emperor over here does. And then here's an innocent child and all that. And the need to take a step back in the world. That could be a message of love, too. Puppy love. And then the bottom of the deck is the Thinking Woman here. The 47 is the 7 of Cups, of synchronicities, and perhaps having lots of opportunities. So somebody discovering their opportunities, and then here's the Thinking Man, okay? So these are two who match, right? The 46 and the 47 of the inner children and the opportunities and seeing synchronicities of each other, someone finding their missions. That's the underlying energy, which is nice. Very nice. And there could be children, too, who are finding how to balance themselves, because there's 2 more of those feminine cards coming up, like the loving ones. The next 2 cards are the Angel of Balance and then the Victory, which came up the other day together. So very much feminine energies finding peace, and these could be children learning how to do this kind of work. So I just want to pull from... what haven't I pulled? I haven't pulled for a long time from the Ascension. I haven't pulled from this deck in a long time. Let's see what comes up for you today. All right, who wants to come through here? Oh, came right up. The Huna Prayer. The High Priest Hermes took his tribe from Atlantis to Hawaii, where he established the Kahuna tribe and taught the tribe the Huna Prayer as follows. First, address your prayer to an angel or master of your choice. State your request 3 times in positive terms. Then sit with your palms up and say, "May the rain of blessings fall." So be it, and repeat this for 30 days and then stop. Watch for signs from the universe and take action at any time that it feels right. Your guidance is to start a Huna prayer for some aspect of your life, or continue if you're already engaged in one. The affirmation being, the affirmation is your Huna prayer. Okay, and again, the number 8's coming up here, which was the number of the code line today. We also have the Cosmic Heart coming up here, along with Jesus. I'm not going to read them all to you, but again, the Cosmic Heart of the 9 of the collective. Let me just clarify the picture a little bit better for you. Okay, so the Cosmic Heart. So calling in to connect from Venus, or connect to Venus rather. And unconditional love, the 9th dimensional frequency. Find time today to call on Mother Mary or the unicorns. With their help, you can step down this powerful but gentle love to a level that you can handle and bring it to your heart. Breathe in love from the Cosmic Heart Ray and radiate it outwards to everyone every day. So that's a nice message. And then Jesus came up too, and he came up yesterday. Okay, so that's the 40 energy of that sweet, innocent love, along with the 8 and 9 of the dance of manifesting dreams and the completion here and compassion, and then the 40 of Jesus's energy here. Again, Venus came up in both the cards here, other than the Huna prayer card. Okay, just reminding you about unconditional love. You bring prepared for ascension. To pass these tests, you need to respond to them with unconditional love and balance. Remember, there's only love. I respond with unconditional love today. So it's about learning how not to get triggered, which you all know. I'm practicing that. At the bottom of the deck is the Lemurian Healing, the 24, again, of the Queen of Wands, and the Omega. And again, you can read that if you'd like to. The affirmation being, I send Lemurian healing to Earth, which again is that high vibe energy. Okay. I want to wrap it up with one more card, though. Just from the Lemurian deck. Let's see what comes up for you guys. So the first card out with the Huna prayer and the Magician, the Mirror. So again, it's really getting clear on what's important to you. So that when you're called to make decisions, it'll be easy because you already know exactly what you want. One more. Again, that just confirmed what I just said. So when you get confronted with the Two of Cups, you know what direction to take. Okay? And there's the fox leaving the hen house for higher love. And the Nine of Clubs is the Nine of Wands, that wounded warrior, right? So it's the Atlas energy leaving the wounded warrior energy behind, a victim mentality, and headed towards that innocent love, that romantic puppy love, perhaps, or that moon child. We have the Ten of Cups here, of that loving family. And there's the energy of the two swans, and again, the Omega energy of Hydra, and the Page of Cups here, which is that Jesus energy. Okay? And wise counsel here as well. And this beautiful spiritual union. Okay, so really beautiful energies here, you guys. Get clear on your direction. Okay, looks like the fox and the puppy coming together here to come together in this beautiful Page of Cups, Queen of Wands type of love. That can be mother and child as well, and with wise counsel here and spiritual union. And there's the Christ unity consciousness of finding the key to set yourself free. And the Queen of Cups of Mary Magdalene to cross those bridges when you're ready. To the sunshine, to the castle in a cloud, to that higher love of peace, which is the Six of Swords. And the bottom of the deck is the Atlas energy of leaving the wounded warrior behind, the burdens. And the Six of Wands, which is, you know, being the journeyman, going on the journey of that higher love, headed towards the fool's journey instead of the wounded warrior journey. Instead of being the victim, being the one with the open heart, ready to take a leap of faith at any moment, just being love in every moment. Okay, guys, remember your water, 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 your rest, your joy, and your nature. And that's it. One day at a time, one step at a time. Don't forget to breathe. Breathe. And of course, rise and be loved, guys. See you soon.